Tina from Shabbydabbydoodah. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm here for a wonderful collaboration that has been put together, and the lovely ladies joining in are Rachel over at Roxy Creations, Gail from lovely, obviously, Gail Agostinelli, Andrea Artie Mays, Helen Colebrook, sorry, I've got a bit of a cold, so Helen Colebrook, Luise, Heinzl, and Joie. Sadly, the lovely Tracy, she's been feeling poorly, so she's not going to be able to join in now, which is obviously, you know, a shame. But it is basically a fast flow stitching collaboration. Now, there was one of these last year as well, or it might have even been earlier this year. And it is incorporating this time autumn colours and things, or autumn theme, not necessarily colours, autumn theme. With fast flow stitching. Now I have to say I have been deliberating and, you know, procrastinating and basically, let's face it, putting this off for the longest time because I did not really enjoy the fast flow stitching when I did it last time, and yeah, I haven't obviously done it since then, so I don't expect my technique to have improved at all or anything else, but you know, after much deliberation and things, I'm now going to actually try and attempt to do some sort of project. So I have got a bunch of fabrics. Now, this is going to be what I'm going to use as my base fabric. And then I've got all different fabrics here in what I think are going to be kind of autumny colours that are going to kind of work quite nicely together. And I have got this gorgeous lace in this splash of orange, which is going to be a kind of daring colour for me. So I'm going to get going and I'm going to make a snippet roll that hopefully then I will be able to obviously do the fast flow stitching over the snippet roll. So we shall see how this goes. Now, obviously this base fabric is pretty wide. I'm now thinking I've made it too wide really. So I might just trim this down slightly because otherwise, you know, it's probably too wide to really use. So let's just take that down. Oops. Okay, so that's probably a bit better. So I'm going to start by obviously just gluing on just in random spots, you know, different fabrics and laces and things like that. So just going to literally, cut down a whole bunch of different fabrics. Okay, so I'm just going to tear these down because I do really like the, you know, the torn edges. So hopefully we'll get lots of nice frayed effects going on like this. Okie dokie. Now obviously I'm going to be gluing these on first because you know, I think I would struggle to just obviously stitch these straight away, especially if I'm going to be doing that fast flow stitching. I can't imagine that I would be able to actually stitch them on at all doing that. But now I've also got this old tie, and I thought, well, actually this is probably going to be quite good. It's kind of autumnal colours. I mean, I know it's pink, you know, but I think it's going to complement the laces and things like that quite well. So let's just tear that down. So, oh my goodness, struggling to tear it down now at all. Okay. Oh my goodness, oh, I need to be strong today to be able to actually tear it down. Oh, it's got this green kind of fabric inside. Obviously I hadn't torn it down and demolished it before, so I had no idea that it had that inside. Oh my goodness. Right, oh, finally got that. So, you know, I mean, obviously it looks pretty horrendous. It looks very scrappy, and I have not made a good job of cutting and tearing it, but you know, hopefully that's all going to actually just add to the charm of the project. Who knows? It might just make it look absolutely terrible. Oops. Now, I don't know what colour thread I'm going to use when I come to actually stitch this all on the sewing machine. So we'll kind of, you know, tackle that when we come to it. Now, I've also got this lovely velvety sort of chenille type, oh my goodness, fabric. Again, struggling to tear that down. I've obviously got no strength today. Okay, right, I'm going to get gluing them on in just random places. So I'm going to be using my 3-in-1 I'm going to try and go as quickly as I can possibly go without kind of overthinking this at all. So I'm just going to pop a load of glue straight onto my fabric there. Like this. Okie dokie. Oops. Just move that along a bit. Now I will try and get it overlapping a bit. So I'll just put some glue on there. Let's get some more glue going here. So let me know below. I mean, have you guys tried fast flow stitching? I mean, to be honest, before I'd really done the first collaboration, I don't know as I'd ever even heard of fast flow stitching. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's my phone. Hold on. Sorry about that. That was my phone. I've got this horrible feeling it's going to phone again in a minute because it was just a friend of mine, but the line went, you know, so yeah, they're probably going to phone again in a minute. But right, let's just crack on whilst we can. So I'm just going to put down, and I've got this also, this was from the top of a dress, and it's that sheared kind of elasticy type stuff. But I thought, again, it's quite autumny colours, isn't it? So hopefully it's going to just, you know, all complement this and all, you know, tie it all together. So let's just put some more glue down. Okay. Oops. Okay. Like that. And oops, I probably should put that lower down. Okay, and yeah, let's have another bit of that across there, and yeah, let's have some more pink. Feeling like actually I needed perhaps a little bit more base fabric, but hopefully this will be okay. It's always hard to know just exactly how much you're going to need, isn't it? But you know, it's not until you come to start gluing things and then you think, oh, actually I could have done with a bit more of this or a bit more of that. But you know, all I'm trying to do is just get some base going, and that's where I'm going to obviously build on, you know, with the lace and everything else. So I'm not actually, or I'm trying not to use that sheared fabric at all on the base layer either, because I think that looks really nice, interesting patterns, and I want to have that on the top layers. Oops, there we go. Hold on. Right, so sorry about that. So whilst my friend was on the phone, I just quickly finished off this end bit just because I'd already put the glue down. So I thought, well, I might as well finish it off. So I'm now going to go back down and just fill in some of the gaps with some of the trims and things that I've got here. And I've got this lace here, which, how weird, because to me, this looks a little bit like the fast flow stitching, doesn't it? It's got that sort of weird curly kind of texture going on. So yeah, this is going to be, I think, quite fun to put on here. And it's got like a bit of a mesh type appearance as well. So it's almost like vellum, but in fabric. Well, vellum, but in fabric, and also with those little marks. So yeah, not really like vellum at all, in fact. But oh, I'm so sorry. I've got this horrible cold, and so I think it's causing me to go a little bit crazy as well. Right, so I'm going to pop this down again, just with the glue, so it's held in place, because otherwise I just know that when I get to that sewing machine, I am going to really struggle to actually, you know, do any form of stitching if actually it's all just moving around. So I think definitely I need to obviously have the bits glued onto here. So okay, okie dokie, right, like that. Okay, and then just along here as well. Okay, oops. So this one, I mean, obviously I've got a very big section here, but I'm just going to put it all over. And I've also got some ribbon in there. You know, I was just kind of grabbing anything that was laying around that was vaguely similar sort of colours. So for me, that ribbon looked, you know, like a pretty good sort of colour to put onto here. Right. So I've got some of that stuff going on now, and then actually I might as well just use a bit more, so because I've got quite a bit of it sat here, so, and I'm thinking this end looks a little bit plain, so yeah, let's just get that down. Okay, right, let's get that there. Okey-dokey. Okay, right, glued that down now. Right, okay, just need a bit of glue under one or two of the bits that are sort of lifting. Right, okay, now going to go in with some other little bits. So, I mean, I bought this orange along thinking, oh, this orange, you know. Now I'm like, oh, do I dare use it? Because it is very, very, very bright, isn't it? But I'm thinking, put it down and then have just very small glimpses of it coming through. So, you know, instead of being the dominating kind of feature, I will put it down and then I'm going to kind of, you know, cover it up almost with some other less bright pieces. So pop that down like that. Oops. And then, oops. Just going to just pop these bits down here. Okay, right. Just need to now blow my nose because I've got this horrible cold, so sorry about this. Right, so, I mean, there's not too much orange going on there. In fact, I could probably do with another bit because I'm thinking this has got no orange whatsoever. Lots of threads on this bit. Tons and tons of threads, but no orange. So, yeah. Okay, right. Now I'm going to go back over, back over with some other lace bits. So I've got here some crochet lace, which, you know, if you watch my channel, you know, I absolutely love using the crochet lace. So just snip that down. So, I mean, straight away, I can just put that over here, covering up some of that orange so that it's less, you know, less dominating, you know, less sort of strong, I suppose, in its appearance. Right. Now I've got this piece, which is now obviously really long, but, you know, I'm going to just pop that down in its entirety. Because I do think normally I make the snippet rolls with very, very small pieces. And to be honest, you know, maybe sometimes you should have some longer pieces going on. So let me just glue this down here at this end as well. Okay. Right, I have got more lace here, so I'm going to put some other bits on. So I've got this darker sort of colour. So, I mean, these are all very, I think, anyway, very autumny colours. So hopefully they're going to be, you know, spot on kind of theme-wise and, yeah, colour-wise. Because obviously I had already done my autumn journal, so I didn't want to actually, you know, do something that was kind of autumn from scratch. Oh, I'm so sorry. Really, yeah, just got the most horrible cold. Right, so, yeah, I'm going to put it like that. So if you can see, I mean, that's just covered up. Oops, covered up that orange completely. Which you might be then thinking, oh, why did she bother? But can you see now I've got that orange just showing through there? It does not resemble that at all, does it? You know, it looks completely different now. So just by sort of covering it, we're then getting a really pretty coloured effect going on. Oops. Really pretty coloured effect going on. And we've toned it right back down, you know, which is good. So, because I was feeling that was, you know, that was very strong, you know, for me, that felt like a strong sort of colour to use. So, but I did want to use it because I felt like, you know, it was quite in keeping with the other things. but just by sort of, you know, placing something over it, it's kind of brought it back down and reined it back in, hasn't it? So, right. Now I'm wondering, I've also got this pink lace. So this pink, I know pink is not really autumnal, but I thought that was going to look really good over the orange, but actually it doesn't really, does it? So yeah, I might not go with the pink after all that. So let's move the pink out of the way. But I have got some other sort of ivory colours, and I've also got some peach. So let's just try the peach one. Oh, how gorgeous does that look? Absolutely love how that peach looks, I must say. That's gorgeous. Oh, do I want it over there or here? Let's just run it down this bit. Okay. So like that. Okay. Yeah, I love the build-up of all these colours on here. Don't they just look so, so pretty? Okay. And that was kind of what I wanted to do, was just have such an abundance of just what I would call quite autumny colours. And then I'm hoping that, you know, we're going to do the fast flow stitching, which is the bit that obviously I'm not looking forward to. And then that's hopefully going to not tie it all together, but, you know, make it just really look like a feast for the eyes, you know, with all the swirls and that. Well, I was going to say the soft curves, but oh, I'm so sorry. But yeah, to be honest, it might not really take on that kind of appearance at all, because like I say, I'm not really the best at that fast flow stitching malarkey. Right, thinking like this. So I'm going to have like the orange coming out here at the bottom. Well, it's not orange, is it? It's peach. And then this one laid over here. Okay. Like that. Oh my goodness. I just love how that looks over that orange. That's just so, so pretty, isn't it? Okay, now I've also got more. So, yep, please don't think I've quite come to an end yet. So I've got this one. Okie dokie. Let's just go in and cut this down halfway. Oops. Like that. Oh. Yeah, I'm going to put that, I think, on that end piece. Okay. Like that. And then let's have another little bit. Okay. Might even have this one not cut in half, but have the whole piece. Maybe here. Oh yeah, that's quite nice, isn't it? Like that. So, you know, I mean, you might be kind of thinking, oh, well, there was no point really putting all the base fabrics on, but they are still kind of showing, if you see what I mean. They're just obviously giving a different appearance of the fabrics that have been layered over the top. So, you know, where you've got the pink of that tie looks completely different to where you've got it over the, you know, the ivory coloured pieces and things like that. So, you know, it's definitely still worth having the different, the different colours. Even, you know, even if it seems like it's a complete waste of time at the moment, I think it is still bringing something lovely to it, because it's giving a different sort of appearance to some of the laces and the fabrics. So let's just now pop this one. I want that like that, maybe. Oh, I'm so dreading doing the stitching. Can you tell? I'm just now obviously putting it off a bit, but Yeah. Oh, I've got a little scrap here of just some brownie colour. So this is all I've got, I think, of this one. So I'm just going to just put this, you know, cut it in half so we've at least got it in a couple of places rather than just once. So I'll put that there, and we have the other piece maybe here. Like that. Okay. Okay, right. Then I've also got this one, which this is, I forget what they call this, but you know, where it's got those shaped edges, which I think is rather lovely. So I'm just going to cut that other skinny bit off. So I might have that, but maybe we'll just kind of layer it like this. And then, oops. Oh dear. Let's just put the glue direct onto the fabric. Okay. Like that. Okay, move this along, and oh, maybe like that, do we think? Yeah, maybe there. Oh, okay, love how that looks. Right, and let's take a bit more of that. Okay. Now, do we want... Don't want to overdo it with the same bits, you know, so let's bring this one down here, I think. Or actually maybe have it there. Oops. Just trying to see which is the right way and the wrong way of that fabric. I think this way. Okay, and okie dokie. Just put that one down there. Right, so it's looking rather pretty, isn't it? And I'm so sorry, just really needed to blow my nose then. Right, so the final thing is I have now got this fabric, which I just thought was absolutely gorgeous. Like I say, this is that sheared kind of fabric from that top of that dress. And yeah, I just thought, wow, this is very autumnal colours, isn't it? So even though it was a summer dress, it's really got a quite autumnal feel. Oh my goodness, how lovely does that look? So yeah, let's pop that there. Okay. Yeah, this is very different for me, I have to say. This, well, the whole colour scheme and things is very different for me, really. But I must say I'm loving how it's looking so far. It does look very pretty. I'm thinking actually perhaps have that way up with the curly edge on the edge. Curly edge on the edge. Yep. So pop that down there like that. And then, okay, oh, that's got the blue on it, which I wasn't loving so much. This has also got a bit of blue on it, but I'm thinking I could probably, actually let's just take it down and get rid of that bit of blue. Just have that, I think, there, or maybe in here. Maybe just pop it down there. So, oh, I'm getting really nervous now because we're obviously getting near the part where we're going to be going to the sewing machine with the fast flow stitching. So I've already put my, you know, embroidery, what do you call it? Embroidery foot onto the sewing machine. Again, obviously I haven't ever used that since the last time that we did the fast flow stitch collaboration. So yeah, I hope that I've put it on right. But we shall see when I get over there in a moment. So this one, let's have that there, I think. Okay. Oh, that looks very pretty, doesn't it? Right, loving that. Now, the final thing that I just want to put on here, I think is the final thing anyway, before we do the stitching, is I've just got these lovely flower trims. So I'm going to have these. Now, I quite like using these in rows of 2 as well, so I don't want to necessarily only use them in, you know, as individual flowers, but just every now and then maybe have a 2 going on. So like that. So that's just, this looks so rich and so kind of opulent actually. It's got quite an opulent feel going on, which is weird because I would never have expected it to look like that. But I think because it's got all these golds, shades of gold now, it's taken on a very kind of opulent type feel. But yeah, love the look of it. Oh, I wish I hadn't put that down there now. I had meant to put it up at the top, and then just at the last minute I thought, oh no, I'm going to try it up there. And yeah, too late now. It's obviously, it is glued down there. And now I wish I hadn't. But anyway, it's fine, because once this is all, you know, stitched and let's face it, I mean, this will probably be cut and used in little sections anyway. So, you know, it's really not going to be a big bother if things are not quite, you know, where I'd originally thought looked better. So there. Actually, I think let's just have those there. Right, okay, we're nearly done. So wish me luck in a second because, oops, I've got some glue on there. Because we're going to take it to the sewing machine. Now, like I say, I am feeling quite nervous about the sewing, and oops, just got this one, which is a row of 3. So shall I put that one down? I hope I don't ruin this with that fast flow stitching, because I actually really love the way this is looking at the moment. So I hope that by doing all that messy stitching, I'm not going to actually ruin it completely, because yeah, I'd actually be really gutted now, because I just really love how this is looking. Oops. Okay. Right. Okay. So I love how this looks so far. It's just gorgeous, isn't it? Really love all those beautiful colours. So I'm going to take it across to the sewing machine. Now I'm going to do my best to put my camera over there. Again, I don't think I've filmed over at the sewing machine since I've moved my room around. So yeah, the hope is that I'm going to get it set up. If not, I will have to obviously film it and then come back. So hold on. Right, here I am now at the sewing machine. Now, I apologise for the glare. Unfortunately, my sewing machine's kind of in the window, so, you know, I can't really kind of do much about that, I'm afraid. But I've got my snippet roll here. Now, I've just done a little test piece on the on some paper to hopefully make sure that I can, you know, manage to do some sort of free flow stitching. Right, okay, I'm going to put this in now. I'm hoping that you can kind of see what's going on here. I realise that, you know, the you know, view is not the best, but I don't really know how to kind of get it so you can see more. Hopefully you can kind of see that. Let me just adjust it slightly, and maybe then you'd be able to see a little bit more of the actual needle going in. Right, okay, fingers crossed you can see kind of, you know, quite a bit there. So, right, now I'm going to do my stitching. Now, obviously, oh, I've snapped my needle already, hold on. Right, attempt number 2. So, I don't know whether this will be on the video, but yeah, I'd already tried once and snapped the needle. So, attempt number 2 here. So, here we go. Got my needle, or a new needle now, rethreaded. Now, it could just be that the glue is still a bit wet, but let's give this a try. So, let's put it through here. Okay, right. I'm thinking best slow my stitch down. Right, okay. Let's try and speed it up a bit, otherwise I'll be here all day. So I'm just going to kind of try and do like some sort of wiggly lines along the, along the length. Might have to just lift it slightly when it goes over the bumpy bits. So like this one with that sheared fabric, obviously you know, it probably could benefit from a bit of lifting. Oops, and here. Well, this is not really going very successfully, it's got to be said. So, yeah. Okie dokie. Right. So I've got some bumps now going on. Oops. Yeah, it's not great because it's not obviously wanting to go over the lumpier bits, but... And to be honest, I'm not really getting much of a wavy line. I'm getting more like zigzags. So clearly this is not working well. I think this is because I'm going too slowly. However, if I speed it up, I think that's when I have a problem and the needle breaks. So, oops, we shall see. I'll just put this down here so it actually goes over that fabric. Right, let's give it another try. Oh, yeah, definitely. This is not my thing. So, yeah. Oh, I don't even know if you're going to be able to see the fast flow stitching, to be honest. It's just going to look like nothing. I don't think it's really going to resemble fast flow stitching. I think it's just going to resemble stitching and just look really messy. Just look like somebody's done it who doesn't really know what they're doing. Oh dear. Right. Okay, let me lift this up again because it's got to go over that sheared fabric. Oh dear. Okay, let me see if I can move this over a bit. Oh my goodness me. Right, let's go again. There. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is so much worse than last year's attempt. I can't tell you. Yeah, I thought that this would be a good way to demonstrate the fast flow stitching, but actually it's yeah, it's not going great. Right. Okay. Well, okay, so I mean, I'm just trying to just get some sort of, you know, wiggly patterns going on here. You know, at this point, anything rather than nothing would be good. So, oops. Oh, I can't tell. It's hooked on some of that lace. Okay. Oh my goodness. Let's give it a try again. Oh dear. Oh, definitely, yeah, I have a problem, obviously, every time that it comes up against, you know, some thicker bits of fabric. It obviously then can't seem to get through it. And now I've just snapped the thread. Oh, dear. I'm so sorry about this. This is definitely a how not to video. Yeah. Right, so I think might have to just do this off camera in a moment to finish this off, because, you know, I'm pretty sure you're not gaining anything from watching me do this anyway. I don't know how much of it you can see, and to be honest, it's not like I'm making some great progress or anything. So yeah, I might just continue now with this as best I can, and then I will come back. Right, I'm back. Now, what I've done, I actually changed the thread in the end for this gorgeous green colour. You can probably see it better on the back than you can on the front. I mean, look at the back. It's all curly and things. My tension obviously was awful. I mean, you can actually see how much more messy it was even on the back than the front. But I did persevere. And I've now got some, you know, well, some form of wavy kind of lines. Personally, I don't know really whether I've kind of pulled it off really, but I quite like it. I mean, I quite like the addition of the green. I think without the addition of obviously a coloured thread, maybe it would have been a pointless endeavour. But yeah, I mean, hopefully it kind of has, you know, somehow, you know, pulled off the brief in that we've got an awesome piece with fast flow stitching. So yeah, I hope that you liked it. Maybe you will make a much better attempt at your fast flow stitching than I obviously did. But yeah, thank you so much, and thank you obviously to all the lovely ladies obviously who you know, invited me to join the collaboration, and you know, who've yeah, joined and given us some much more inspirational projects than this. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks then. Bye.